welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Bengals at 2-7 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there?
Here we go.
Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. Stop.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Burrow on 3rd down. Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From midfield, here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
11, 11, 11. 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Lance going to sneak it, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 11 now, Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Gun.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11 MT. 11 Thomas. 12. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And now they'll throw with Lance. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 31, Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
To throw, it's Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
And until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
12. 11.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
11 mighty. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run it with Chandler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
11.
Now Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. McPherson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Lance going to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Swift on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Lance now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Chandler. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Gun.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
11 MT. 11 Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 31 yards on the punt there.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
On 1, ready?
Back to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Quick, yellow, quick, red.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
97. Ready?
Swift is in for a Lions touchdown. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, right?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean up.
This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action with Burrow. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Here's Burrow.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Burrow.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Swift going to try up the middle.
And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Lions, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.